Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. We're really glad you could join us today. Whether you're running a gym, managing one, selling memberships, maybe starting your own fitness venture, or you're a personal trainer, we know you're all about building a successful fitness business.
I'm Bonnie, and our aim today is to give you some genuinely actionable insights. We're pulling these straight from a pretty critical white paper.
And I'm George.
Yeah.
You're really looking forward to unpacking this. It's a fascinating topic and honestly super crucial. Today we're looking at a powerful white paper by jthomas. It's called Understanding and Extending Your Financial Runway. And, this paper hits on a fundamental truth for anyone in fitness. Passion that fuels your vision, gets you going every day. But cash, well, as jthomas puts it, cash is the oxygen. It keeps the doors open.
It really does.
So understanding your financial runway, it's not just some accounting exercise. It's really about survival and sustainable growth for your gym.
That's exactly it. I mean, the core idea, this financial runway, it tells you, point blank, how long your business can actually operate before the cash runs out.
Right.
But it's not just doom and gloom. It's a vital timeline, really. It shows you exactly how much breathing room you have. Time to make changes before things get critical.
Which is so important in our industry.
Oh, absolutely. Because revenue can swing, Seasonality, unexpected stuff happens. Getting a real handle on this metric, honestly, it could be the difference between, thriving and just fading out.
Okay, so let's break that down right at the start. This idea of financial runway. What are we really measuring? Is it just like a countdown clock to zero cash?
Right.
Or is there more to it?
That's a great question. So fundamentally, yes. The white paper defines it as the number of months you can keep operating before your available cash reserves are completely gone.
Okay.
And that's assuming, your current expenses and revenues kind of stay the same. But the deeper layer, the real insight, it's the snapshot of your financial resilience, your ability to take a hit.
Resilience. So less static number, more dynamic health indicator. And the paper gives us a formula for this, right? Surprisingly straightforward.
It does, yeah. Your runway in months is simply your cash reserves divided by your monthly cash burn.
Cash reserves divided by monthly cash burn. Okay.
Simple calculation, but wow, the implications are huge.
Right. Let's clarify those terms for everyone listening. Cash reserves. What does the paper mean by that exactly?
Good point. It means all your liquid funds. So money in the bank, obviously, any petty cash you keep on hand, and importantly, any undrawn lines of credit you have access to. Basically, cash you can get your hands on quickly.
Got it. Liquid assets.
Yeah.
And monthly cash burn.
That's the other side of the coin. You take your total monthly expenses, everything going out, and subtract your total monthly income, everything coming in.
Okay.
If you're spending more than you're making, which, let's be honest, happens,
Yep.
that difference, that's your burn rate.
Yep.
And it's eating directly into those reserves.
Okay, and jthomas has an example in the paper.
He does, a really clear one. Imagine you've got $60,000 in cash reserves, your safety net.
Okay, $60K.
And let's say your monthly cash burn is $15,000. So you're spending $15K more than you're bringing in each month.
Right.
$60,000 divided by $15,000, that gives you a 4-month runway.
4 months. Wow.
Yeah. At your current burn rate, you've got 4 months until reserves hit zero.
4 months. That sounds pretty tight. Suddenly feels like the clock is ticking very loudly.
It can, yeah.
And jthomas really emphasizes something here, doesn't he? You can't just calculate this once and tick the box.
Yeah.
Why is doing it every single month so critical? Is it just tracking or is there more to it?
Oh, it's definitely more than just tracking. I mean, think about it. Most people look at their P&L, right?
Right.
Profit and loss. But that's backward looking. It tells you what happened.
Correct.
This runway calculation, it's forward looking. It's about what could happen. So when you recalculate it monthly, even if things feel stable, you're constantly taking your financial pulse. It lets you spot tiny shifts, maybe expenses creeping up or revenue dipping slightly. Those early warnings before they become a massive problem.
So it's proactive versus reactive.
Exactly. It puts you in control rather than letting the situation control you. There's a huge psychological edge to that, too, knowing where you stand.
Yeah, I can see that. That proactive element feels really powerful. So, okay, it sounds like this financial runway is way more than just a number. The paper calls it your business lifeline. I like that.
It's a great term for it.
It's not just about survival then, it's actually a strategic tool.
It absolutely is. It's almost like a financial GPS for your gym. Think about the information it gives you. It tells you exactly how much time you realistically have to turn things around if performance starts slipping.
Right.
It signals when you really need to start looking for more capital or maybe seriously restructure your expenses, cut costs,
Makes sense.
and maybe most crucially for growth. It helps answer that big question. Is it actually safe right now to invest? New equipment, launching that new class program, maybe expanding, or would doing that put the whole business at risk?
It cuts through the guesswork, removes the emotion maybe.
A lot of it, yeah. It gives you data for those big decisions. The paper uses a really strong comparison to illustrate this.
Oh, yeah.
Think about two gyms. Gym A has a solid 8-month runway, plenty of cushion.
Okay, 8 months, comfortable.
That owner, they can feel pretty confident investing in, say, a new marketing push or hiring another salesperson. They have the breathing room, that oxygen Jim Thomas talks about. They can take calculated risks for growth.
Makes perfect sense. They have the buffer.
Exactly. Now compare that to Gym B. They only have a 2-month runway.
Oof, 2 months. That's tight.
Very tight. For that owner, the immediate focus absolutely has to be stabilization, period.
No new risks.
Absolutely not. Making any big investments or taking significant risks then, it would be incredibly dangerous. A gamble they just can't afford to lose.
So that one number, your runway, it directly shapes your whole strategy. Growth mode or survival mode.
Precisely. It's probably the clearest indicator you have.
Okay, so we get what it is, why it's vital. Now,
Yeah.
let's talk about the dangers. The paper points a finger directly at fixed expenses as a major threat to that runway.
Yes. This is such a critical point for gym owners.
Why are fixed expenses so dangerous? They seem predictable, right?
They are predictable, and that's part of the problem. They lull you into a false sense of security when times are good, but they're relentless.
Relentless, okay. What kind of fixed costs are we typically talking about in a gym setting?
Well, the big ones usually. Rent or your mortgage payment, that's often the largest.
Right.
Salaries for your full-time staff, the people you need, whether you have 10 check-ins or 100.
Yeah.
Insurance premiums, those essential software subscriptions, booking systems, CRM, whatever you use. Certain utilities sometimes fall in here too. These are the costs that hit your account every single month, no matter what.
And the danger is when revenue dips.
Exactly. When memberships slow down, and they do, right? Summer slumps, post-New Year drop-off.
Always happens.
Those fixed costs, they don't care. They just keep draining your cash reserves month after month. It's like a slow, steady leak. You might ignore it for a bit, but eventually.
Eventually, you're running on empty. Okay, so that's the threat. How do you fight back? How do you build in some protection?
Flexibility. That's the key word the paper emphasizes. The recommendation, the best practice, is to try and keep at least 30% of your total expenses variable.
30% variable. Okay. What falls into variable?
Things like your marketing spend, you can dial that up or down. Part-time staff wages, you can adjust hours based on need. Budgets for special events or workshops.
Things you can control more easily.
Precisely. The beauty of variable costs is you can cut back on them relatively quickly if revenue slows down. That helps protect your runway.
So it gives you levers to pull.
Exactly. Levers. And Jim Thomas also strongly advises regularly auditing all your expenses. Really scrutinize them. Ask yourself, can any of these fixed costs be shifted somehow into a variable category? Or just reduced?
Constantly looking for that flexibility.
Yes. That flexibility becomes your best friend when things get tight.
Okay, this is all making sense. So for the gym owner listening right now, maybe their runway isn't as long as they'd like, or maybe it's healthy, but they want more buffer, more opportunity. What are the concrete steps? The paper gives actionable strategies, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about diagnosing the problem. It's very focused on solutions. And the good news is, even a short runway can often be extended, sometimes quite quickly, if you take the right steps.
Okay, let's get into those practical steps. Where do we start?
First stop, tackle those fixed costs directly. Remember the biggest ones, like the lease.
Right, rent or mortgage.
The paper suggests trying to renegotiate your lease. Maybe you offer your landlord a longer-term commitment, like an extra year or two on the lease.
In exchange for?
In exchange for a lower monthly rate now, or maybe a couple of months rent-free, landlords often prefer a reliable long-term tenant, even at a slightly lower rate, than having an empty space. It's worth the conversation.
Creates a potential win-win. Okay, negotiating the lease. What else on fixed costs?
Subleasing unused space. This is a smart one. Do you have an empty studio room during off-peak hours? or even just a corner that's not really being used.
Yeah, most gyms probably have some underutilized space.
Consider renting it out. Find complementary businesses, massage therapists, maybe a physio, a nutritionist.
Ah,
They
interesting.
pay you rent, which boosts your income. Plus, it offers added value services to your members right there in the gym. It makes your facility stickier.
Nice. Maximizing every square foot. I like it. What about staffing costs, those salaries?
Yeah, that's a tough one, but the paper suggests looking at your staffing structure, especially if you have predictable slow periods. Could some roles be shifted to part-time? Or maybe use contract workers for specific tasks or times?
So more flexibility in payroll.
Exactly. It makes your staffing costs more variable, scaling up or down with revenue instead of being a fixed hit every single month. It's about efficiency, not necessarily just cutting headcount.
Okay, so attacking fixed costs, renegotiate lease, sublease space, adjust staffing structure.
Got it.
Now, what about the other side? Revenue.
Right. Stabilizing and boosting revenue is key. The paper really highlights the power of annual membership commitments.
Under contracts.
Yeah. If you can encourage members to commit for a year, maybe with a slight discount, you reduce churn dramatically. Less turnover is huge, and it makes your income stream much more predictable. That's gold for planning.
Predictability. Yeah, that makes sense. What else on the revenue side?
High margin add-ons. Don't just rely on basic membership fees. Think about things like small group training sessions, maybe nutrition coaching programs, even selling branded apparel or supplements.
Things with better profit margins.
Exactly. These can significantly boost your income, often without massively increasing your fixed overheads. And don't forget seasonal campaigns.
Like promotions during slow times.
Yeah. Run a special offer during those traditionally slow months, like a summer buddy pass or something similar. It can drive traffic and sales right when you need them most. It's about being proactive with revenue generation, too.
Okay, so longer commitments, high margin add-ons, seasonal pushes. Makes sense. What about getting cash in faster? Payment terms.
Yes, another smart angle. The paper suggests offering a small discount for members who prepay their entire annual membership up front.
Pay in full discounts. PIFs.
Right. That gives you a nice lump sum of cash immediately, a direct injection into your reserves.
Great for the runway.
Absolutely. And similarly, incentivize autopay. Maybe offer a small perk like a free water bottle or a guest pass for members who switch to automatic payments.
Why autopay specifically?
It just makes your revenue collection smoother, more reliable, less chasing payments, less admin hassle, and you get the cash consistently.
Got it. And what about our payment terms?
Okay.
Paying our suppliers.
Good point. The paper flips it around too. Talk to your vendors, your suppliers. Can you negotiate better payment terms with them? Try pushing for 45 or even 60-day terms instead of the standard 30.
So paying them slower.
Exactly. It keeps cash in your account for longer, effectively stretching your runway without you having to earn an extra penny. It's just smart cash flow management.
Interesting. Okay, so improve member payment terms, negotiate better supplier terms. What if you just need a chunk of capital? Things are really tight or there's a big opportunity.
Yeah, the paper covers accessing short-term capital too. And the number one piece of advice here is crucial.
Which is?
Get a business line of credit set up before you desperately need it.
The umbrella before the rain principle.
Exactly. It's always cheaper, easier, and you'll get better terms when your business looks strong and healthy. Don't wait until you're struggling and banks see you as high risk. Secure it when times are good, even if you don't draw on it immediately.
Smart.
Yeah.
What other capital options are mentioned?
Revenue-based financing is an interesting one. This is where your repayment amount isn't fixed, but tied to a percentage of your future sales.
So payments go up when sales are good, down when they're slow?
Generally, yes. It can offer more flexibility than a traditional loan, especially if your income fluctuates a lot.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's the option of bringing in strategic investors. Not just money, but partners who might also bring expertise, industry connections. That's smart money.
Right, capital plus know-how.
Okay.
Last area, cash efficiency.
Yes, just being smarter with the cash you do have. This means taking a hard look at your marketing ROI, return on investment.
Making sure your marketing actually works.
Exactly. Are those Facebook ads, those flyers, whatever you're doing, are they actually bringing in leads that convert to members? Track it. If a campaign isn't working, cut it. Double down on what is generating results.
Stop throwing good money after bad.
Precisely. And optimize staff scheduling. Don't just have staff hanging around during dead periods because the schedule says so. Use your actual gym usage data. Match staffing levels to peak times. Save those payroll dollars during the lulls.
Data-driven scheduling.
And even simple things count. Energy savings. Can you upgrade to LED lighting? More energy-efficient equipment. Those utility savings add up month after month, reducing your cash burn.
Every little bit helps extend that runway.
Single penny saved does.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of actionable stuff. So if we were to boil this all down for, the busy gym owner listening, what are the absolute core takeaways from Jim Thomas's white paper?
He really emphasizes 4 key things. First, know your runway, calculate it, update it every single month. No excuses, it's your vital sign.
Know your number. Got it. Second,
Maintain flexibility. Aim for that 30% variable expense ratio. Build flexibility into your operations, your staffing, your spending. It's your shock absorber.
flexibility is key. Third,
Act early. Don't wait until the cash is almost gone. The moment you see the runway shortening or even just stagnating when it should be growing, start taking those proactive steps we discussed.
don't delay.
Yeah.
And the fourth takeaway,
Think beyond just survival. A longer runway isn't just a safety net. It's fuel for growth. It gives you the confidence, the resources, the firepower to invest, innovate, and seize opportunities.
so it's both defensive and offensive.
Beautifully put, yes.
Jim Thomas uses that powerful metaphor we started with. Cash is oxygen.
In the fitness business, cash is oxygen. Without it, nothing else matters. It's stark, but it's true.
Yeah.
And the final thought really is, the gyms that truly succeed long-term, they aren't just tracking this stuff. They are actively, constantly working to extend that runway.
Because that longer runway means stability when things inevitably get tough. And it also means having the resources ready to pounce when growth opportunities appear.
Exactly. Mastering this whole concept, your financial runway. It really is, as Jim Thomas says, one of the smartest investments you can make in your gym's future. It's about building something resilient, something that lasts, something that can actually thrive.
Excellent. A really crucial topic unpacked. And if listeners want to dig deeper or maybe connect with Jim Thomas directly,
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach Jim Thomas by phone at 214-629-7223.
okay, that's 214-629-7223.
Or you can email him at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
Perfect. jthomas at fmconsulting.net. We'll make sure that's accessible.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to the Gym Success Podcast today. We really hope this conversation about understanding and, more importantly, extending your financial runway gives you some concrete tools and maybe some renewed confidence to build that truly resilient and thriving fitness business you're aiming for. We'll catch you next time.